In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can design your own graphics yourself, especially if you want to do graphics for the intro or you want to do graphics for the lower third. So apart from using the one that I've sent to you, you could also do this yourself. And we're going to be doing this using an online tool. All right, we're going to be doing this using an online tool. So what we're going to do is to go to Google. We're going to go to Google, and right here in Google we have an online tool that we could use. Okay, so the online tool we're going to be using is Canva. All right, so you go to canva.com. all right, canva.com. So you just type canva.com, and then it takes you to the site. This is the site, canva.com. all right, in fact, let me just type in here Canva. All right, so there you have it, canva.com. okay, there you go. So this is canva.com. Now if you are coming here for the very first time, you're not going to see this. It's going to show you an option to be able to sign in or register. So if you have not registered, it's just a simple process. What you need to do is to put in your email address, the password you want to use, and before you know it, you are registered. All right, so let's dive into it now. Immediately you registered, you log in, this is what you're going to see. All right, Canva is actually a very beautiful tool that you can use, especially if you don't know anything about graphics and you are not you're not graphic savvy like myself. So what you're going to do is this. Immediately you come to this place, then you want to do this. You want to click on create your designs, because that's actually what we want to do. We're going to be creating designs for our stream. Okay, so you click on create designs, and immediately you click on create design. There are suggestions here. All right, Canva is going to be suggesting, are you going to be doing this for a poster, for a presentation? Are you going to be doing it for Instagram post, for video, logo? I mean, there's so many things here. All right, so but what we're going to be doing is this. We're going to be clicking on custom category dimensions, and the reason why we're doing that is because we want to be able to set our own size, the width and the height. Okay, we want to set our own size, the width and the height. That's why we're using custom dimension. Okay, so you click on custom dimension, and immediately you click on custom dimension, you're going to see the width and the height here. Of course, it has to be in pixel. We're not doing centimeter, millimeter, inches. It has to be with pixels. All right, okay, so for the size we're going to use for the intro banner. Okay, and actually when I say the intro banner, I'm talking about the banner that people are going to see before your program starts. So it could be a banner that will talk to them or tell them about the program that is coming up. All right, okay, so the suggested size I'm going to be using for this banner is this. All right, 1280 by 720. So that's the banner size we're going to be using, 1280 by 720. So what I'm going to do is to type in here 1280 by 720. okay, so this is the banner size we're going to be using. I mean, this is the size we're going to be using in creating our banner intro. Okay, so I'm going to click on create design. Now immediately I click on create design, it will open up the banner size that I just imputed for me. And as you can see on the right hand side, on the left hand side, you will discover that there are a lot of options right here. I mean, you can see a lot of a lot of options on the right hand, on the left hand side here. You can see the option for template, you can see the photos, you can see the elements, you can see the text, you can see the music, you can see the video. I mean, there's so many things right here that you can see. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to us about that soon, but then this is the canvas that we have created. Okay, this is the canvas, this is the base we're going to be using. So now if you want to create stuff, like you want to bring in an image, you want to bring in a text, you can actually do that right here. So now, because we're going to be creating a banner for church, we want people to have a rest of mind, want them to have a feel that, see, the church program is going to be starting soon, and we want them to see that image before we start. Then we need to put in an image here. Actually, you can just look for an image right here. I mean, if you're looking for an image that you want to put in, so what you just do is to click on photos. Okay, you type photos, or you click on photos here, and then I'll type church. All right, let me type church. because we want to use an image of church right here. Okay, so I'll just look. Okay, I think I like this image here, this church image. So it's actually showing free. So what you do is that once you've seen the image you want, you click on it. Immediately you click on it, it shows right here. Okay, it's as simple as that. There's no rocket science. Immediately you click on it, it shows right here. Now these ones that are showing crown means that they are not free. You need to be registered as a pro user on Canva for you to be able to do that. All right. Okay, so now that we have already imputed the image we want to use here, what we're going to do is to stretch the image to match the canvas that we have here. So how we're going to do that? This edge here, you take your mouse to this edge and then you drag it. Okay, you drag it like so. Okay, you drag it like so. You bring this down like this, and you bring this down like this. Okay, so that is the image we're going to be using is as a form of background, but we're not done yet. This image as it is, by the time I begin to put my text on this image, it might not appear very well. So there's a little secret I'm going to use right here. Okay, I will go to element here. All right, I'll go to element, and under the element you have all the shapes, you have features. I mean, there are so many things that you could use here, but what we're going to use right here is the shapes. Okay, we want to make use of the shapes, so I'm not going to make use of the circle, the rectangle, triangle, sorry. I'm going to make use of the square. All right, so I'm just going to click on the square right now. So immediately I click on the square, it appears right here. So what I'm going to do again is to shape it, make sure that it's actually aligned with the shape that I have of the image. You see what I'm going to do with this at the moment now. Okay, so immediately you're done with that, you're done with the shaping, then you click on this icon here. This icon here is the color of the rectangle that we have right here. So I want to change it to black. Okay, I'm going to click on this, and then it's going to bring all variety of colors right here. Then I'll change it to black. Okay, now once I change it to black, you discover that we are not seeing the image again. You see that we're not seeing the image again. Now the question you ask me, if you are not seeing the image, then what is the essence of putting the image there in the first place? And this is exactly what I want to show you. I want to actually create a fainted effect here. So this is black. You will now come to this particular icon here. This icon is called transparency. All right, so you click on it. Okay, so once you click on it, it's going to bring out the transparency arrow here. Now is at 100%. By the time we begin to drag it down, you see what happens. It becomes transparent. This particular black rectangle becomes transparent such that whatever is under it will be seen. So I'm going to drag it down. Okay, can you see that? Immediately I'm dragging it down, we can see what is there. When I drag it to 0, you're going to see exactly the image that I imputed there before. But then that's not what I want to do. I want to create a kind of faded effect. All right, okay, so take a look at the effect we are creating now. So right now, if I put the text on this image, it will be seen. Why? Because the image is not as bright as before. I already made it a bit darker, and if I want to if I still want to make it darker, I will just do this. All right, so you can see now that the image is a bit darker, but you can see under the image, or behind the image, or behind the rectangle, there is an image of a church there. All right, so we're not done yet. Okay, now let's quickly go to text. Before we want to add text to this, we want them to know that, okay, so this is actually what is happening. So I will now come to text right here. Just click on text. Now immediately you click on text, there are so many things you're going to see here. You're going to see how the heading, add the subheading, a little body. I mean, there are so many things you're going to see. And apart from that, also we have some very nice font here that you could use if you want to. But a note of caution here: whatever thing you're using as a font, make sure it's something that people can read very well. All right, so for instance, if I'm going to be making use of this font, I have to be sure that people can read it very well. So whichever font you want to use here, you can just double click on it. Sorry, you can click on it and it will appear here. So let's just quickly use this font. I'm going to click on OK, and sorry, I'm going to just click on it. And immediately I click on it, you can see that it appears here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to double click. In fact, it is 2 that appears because I already clicked on 1 before. So I'm going to delete this. If you want to delete anything, just make sure you select it and then hit the delete button. Okay, bam. Once you, let me just select the image itself. All right, there you go. So I'm going to hit the delete button. Okay. Let me select this also, and I'm going to hit the delete button, because if you select the text alone, it will just delete the text one after the other. So what I'm going to do is this: for you to be able to edit this text, for you to have the text, edited, so you can write whatever you want to write. Very simple. Just double click it. All right. Once you double click it, it's going to be highlighted. So I will just type welcome to church. Okay. Welcome to church. All right. So there you have it. Now, if I want this, as you can see, this is all model up. So what I'm going to do is that I will just expand this a bit so that there can be a space, for the text. There you go. All right. So I want to remove this one to the new year. I don't want it. Just select it. Any text you want to remove, select it, and then click on delete, and you're good to go. All right. So now we have welcome to church. I'm using welcome to church. You can just use the name of your own church. Welcome to something online Bible school. Welcome to something ministry. I mean, you can use any one that you want to, and you can drag it up and down, put it where you want it to be. Okay. Now, once that is done, if you want to add in any text, maybe you want them to know that service is starting in 5 minutes time, you can either come and still choose any of the text here. I'm going to choose this one. Okay. Just click on it. Oh, there you go. I hope it's not the thing is that once I click on it once, it doesn't come, and then I click on it again, so it shows me two text. So let me delete this. So because now I already have two text right here. In fact, let me leave this one and delete this. Okay. Let me delete this one. There you go. Oops. I deleted the actually deleted the transparency. Now, if you mistakenly delete something and you want to bring it back, just come to this side here. You can see this back arrow. It is called the undo button. So you click on the undo button and then it comes back. So I'm going to select this and then delete. All right. So there you go. I'm going to select this one also, delete. I'm going to select this, delete. Select this one also, delete. Then I'll bring this one right here. So I will just double click on it to change the text. Welcome to church. I will say God's own ministry. That's somebody's church or God's own ministry. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'll just drag this down here. Now I want to reduce the fonts, okay, because obviously it is too big now and I want to reduce the font. So what am I going to do? I'm going to select it and then I'll come to this place because this is the size of the font. Okay, this is the size of the font. I'm going to select this. It's currently 105. I'm going to select it and then I'll do like 80%. Okay, sorry, 80. 80 is still very much. I'm going to do like 64. Okay. Maybe I should just do like 56. Okay, good. There you go. So we have I'm going to bring this down again. So we have welcome to church, and under welcome to church you have God's own ministry. God's own ministry. Okay, so that's the name of the church. I can just drag this. It's okay like this. Actually, I don't have any issue with it, but just want this to be in the middle. All right, so you drag it, leave it at the middle. And then you can add anything you want to add. You can add something like church start in 5 minutes or church start in 10 minutes. Whatever you want to add, you can do that. Now, one thing I need to add before I end this section is that you could actually change the font of, you could change the font, yes. You could also change the color. All right, so let me quickly show you how to change the color. In fact, as it is right now, if I want to make it bold, I can make it bold. Okay, let me select it again, select it, and if I want to make it bold, there you go. You can see it's more bolder than before. If I want to use the italics, you can do whatever you want to do. You want to underline it, you can do so many things right here. Okay, so now I want to change the color. Okay, so you just click on this A, and I'm going to choose a red color here. This is bright red. So once I click on it, see what happens. Can you see that the color has changed? God's own ministry. And then let's add one more thing. Let's add service starts in 5 minutes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to look for a text I could use. Now I've been using all this pre-made text. Let me just use this one so you get to know that you can also use this one as well. So immediately you click on this, it appears here, All right, it appears on the board, and then I'm going to type in what I want to type. I will say service starts in 5 minutes. Okay, all right, so service starts in 5 minutes. There you go. All right, so that is it. Okay, now that is what I want to be written there. Service starts in 5 minutes. Okay, so this is how to design your own banner. I mean, you can see it's something very simple. You don't need to be a graphic artist to be able to design awesome, great banners. It's something that you can do yourself. Okay, so this is how you can actually get that done. Now, if you're done with everything and you are happy with it, you want to save it, very simple. What you need to do is this: you come to publish. All right, you come to publish, and then you click on download. Now, immediately you click on download, it's going to bring all the suggestions for you. All right, it's going to ask you, do you want this to be in PNG, or do you want it to be in JPEG, or in PDF, or PDF Bright, whatever. Now, I want this to be in JPEG. All right, I want it to be in JPEG. Then I'll click on download. Now it's preparing your download right now. And sometimes when you're trying to download, they will be doing this advert. I mean, Canva will just bring up this advert and say, hey, we want you to refer somebody here, let somebody know that we're having a program. It's just an advert program, so I'm just going to close it right here. Now this is what we have just created right now. Let me open it up so that you can take a look at it. Okay, this is actually what we have created now. Okay, it's coming up. It's coming up. There you go. So this is the graphics that we have created in Canva in just some few minutes. I mean, you can just do this literally within 2 minutes. By the time you started using Canva, you can see that it's something very simple. It's something that you can do. It is not rocket science. So let me quickly show you how you can actually bring this into your OBS. Something very simple. Okay, right now I'm just going to click on my OBS. So this is OBS, and let's disable this, because this is actually the one we're seeing right now. I want to disable it. I'm not going to delete it. I just want to disable it. And how do I do that? What I'm going to do is this, because it's actually pastor's name. So there you go. This is it, pastor's name. So instead of me deleting it, I won't delete it. I'll just click on this eye icon. Can you see now? It is still there, but you can't see it. Why? It's as if the eye is blinded, but it is still there. So I'm now going to bring in the graphics. So right now I'm going to click on this. Remember the sources. Want to add a new source? Click on this plus icon, and then I'll go to image. And so once I click on image, I will just rename it. Instead of putting pastor's name, I will say new pastor's name. Okay, new pastor name, something like that. Just make sure that it's not the same with okay, so I'm just going to click on this, and I'll go to my downloads. This is it. This is what we have just done now. Okay, I'll just click on OK, and then I'll click on OK. As you can see, it fits in here perfectly. Awesome. I mean, it is just very awesome. So welcome to church, God's own ministry. Service starts in 5 minutes. Okay, now as you can see, obviously here it has gone over every other thing. We can't see our logo any longer. We can't see the camera and every other thing. And like I told you in the previous video, I told you that in order to be able to do some of these things, you need to understand how to arrange your sources. So what I'm going to do is that it's already selected right now. I'll just click the down arrow button. I'll click it, bring it down. Immediately I bring it down, you can see it's now showing the logo. Okay, I'll still bring it down a bit again. In fact, I'm going to uncheck this one, pastor's name, so you can see it right now, even though we're not going to be making use of the pastor's name when the intro is coming up. So I'm going to disable it. All right, if I don't disable it, I can just bring it down. Okay, all right, so there you go. So this is it. I mean, before your program starts, I'm going to disable the logo as well. Before your program starts, this is what people should see. All right, this is what you have in the intro banner. This is what is going to take place of this particular one. Remember, I just imported these graphics. Okay, I imported these graphics, but what I'm able to show you is how you can create these graphics right from scratch yourself, even if you don't know anything called graphics. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create a lower third just like this. Also, I'm going to show you how to create a lower third and also bring it into OBS.